told you, just a couple of minutes. Here we are on the 2nd of April again for roll reveal number 382. This is a 1959 Philadelphia plastic tubed roll, first year of the Memorials. 1959, we will be looking for a number of pretty nice double die obverse and double die reverse coins. First thing to do is get the roll out and get started. Getting started. Coin number 1 now. Coin number 1 is for Mike Birchman. And let's see what we come up with, if anything here. A little bit of a spotty coin. Alright, I'm going to give it about 5 coins and see what happens. If we get by 5 coins and have a bad roll, I'm going to move on to a different roll. But we'll see. That was just the first coin in the roll, so we'll see what happens. Second coin, not much better than the first. Fingerprint on this one as well. Looking for double die obverse, double die reverse, anything to that effect. Here's coin number 3, Taco John. Still got fingerprints on this one. I'll tell you what, let's cancel this roll. Not getting anything on these at all, other than spots and ick. So I'm going to move to a different roll. If you'll excuse me for a moment, I'm going to go grab a better roll. Well, what do you guys think about moving to a 1959 D roll? Because I can't find another 59 plane right now. But I do have a 59 D roll here that should turn out to be pretty decent. What do you think? You think anybody would mind moving to a roll where you have a chance of finding RPMs? We could do that, I think. I don't know if this one's 100%. Let me get another one from the same source. It looks like it might be a coin short. Another 59D roll from the same place. This one looks like it's a coin short as well. So, get this roll flipped around. Get that one coin put on the front. So now we have a roll plus one, as it would appear. Their first coin, again, we'll go to Mike Birchman. So we'll just flip-flop out real quick and do a 59D roll. Well, at least the roll's in much better shape. Got nothing on that coin. 59D is not well known for double die reverses. So on this, we'd be able to check the first 10 coins and then keep moving. Hello, Andy. Here's coin number 2. This one from Malcolm. Not seeing anything on that side. And nothing really on this side either. Oh yeah, sure it is, Boondocks. Sure it is possible to find a full roll of 59D with laminations. Yes. Lamination is a planchet issue, so it can be in or on all of the planchets cut for a particular day. Now here's number 4. This one for Farm Dog. Well, not really seeing anything here. You have 2 rolls full of 1959D laminations. That's pretty cool. Here's number 5. This goes to Hampton. These are relatively decent coins, but not finding anything on these. And number 6. Mr. Morel. Nothing there. Really? That's cool, Carl. I didn't know anybody here had worked for one of the companies that dealt with making planchets correct for the mint. There was a time when the mint mixed all of their own alloy. That didn't last a real long time. Heavy gouges in the die right there. Kind of interesting. That one's for Deanne. Now number 8, Penny Hoarder. Nothing there. How about coin number 9? Jeff Dunn. We had to move from a 1959 Philadelphia roll to 1959 Denver because I couldn't find any 59 Philadelphia rolls close to me, and the roll that we were about to do would not have been pretty for anyone. Here's coin number 10 for Donnie Wayne. And this roll, although I had no idea of what would have been inside of it, evidently is proving to not have much for die varieties inside. That is my 10th coin for double die reverses, and we have found nothing. I'll check one more. Hello, Razak, R-A-I-Z-A-C, Razak. All right. There's my last coin to test on the reverse. Let's see what we see on the obverse for these. Is that a doubled eyelid? Well, it is. It's 1959D, doubled eye. How about that? Well, that'll be a first for this roll here. Nice. This one's for Crispy. Razak. All right. It's coin number 12, Carl. Nothing doing for me there. No love on that coin. Let's do number 13 now. Number 13 is for Eric. And let's see what I have for Eric. This big old crack on the head. That's what I got for Eric, a big old crack on the head. Yes, sir. All right. That's coin number 13 now. Moving right along. Here's coin number 14. Yo, man. Could do cracked heads once in a while. Cracked heads are good if cracked heads are a sign of something else. If you get a cracked head and it happens to be a marker for a nice double die, I'll take cracked heads all day. Here's one for Farm Dog. And Farm Dog, here's a split lower serif RPM. Split lower serif, it's a relatively small one, but it's there. There it is. You see that split, and get the light just right. You can see a split right down the center of the serif. That is an RPM, a repunch mint mark, doubled mint mark by way of punch. And here we go. All right, I will remove my habit for checking the reverses with this coin. Number 16 now, Mike Birchman. Mike Birchman, let's see what Mike Birchman gets. Nothing there. Now for number 17, Malcolm. Let's see if Malcolm can get something. Well, another cracked head. So that's what I can get for Malcolm and Eric. Go crack on the head. Baseman. Number 18. Another one crack on the forehead. But that's about it here. Now number 19. Penny Hoarder. Nothing there. How about number 20, Parviz? That is a die scratch, it appears. It's not a doubled eyelid. It's way too thin to be a doubled eyelid. Too thin and too deep. Remember, doubling is an exact copy of a part of the design of a coin on a different part of the design of a coin. So if you have an eyelid that's going to be doubled, your second eyelid is going to take on the same basic shape and the same size as the primary eyelid. So if it's a very thin, sharp line, it's not doubling, folks. It's just a line on the coin. And for Mr. Morrell now, coin number 22 goes to Crispy. Let's see what Crispy ends up with. Kind of excited about that. Looked like a doubled eyelid, pretty nice one too. Let's see what we can find about that thing. See if we get to add a new double die to the listings. If we in fact do photograph your coin for coppercoins.com, you will have what's called a plate coin. Plate coins are all signified by having a new flip insert with the words plate coin. We'll have the die number for your particular die identified on the holder, and my original pen signature will be on that insert, showing that I certify personally that this is the coin used for photographs on coppercoins.com. Doesn't really add anything to the overall value, but it does add to the neatness that you have the coin that was photographed for the website, and all the hundreds of people who come afterwards to try finding their coins in the die system will be using photographs of your coin to identify theirs. That is the significance of having a plate coin. Even if you don't have a plate coin, if you have an RPM or a double die here, I will identify those, or we will identify those, because Eric is the one who does that now. He'll get you a flip insert with the identification of the die on that flip insert and swap that out before he mails the coin home to you, so that when you get it, you will officially have an attributed coin by the staff attributors at coppercoins.com. It's either myself or Eric. Generally on the reveals, it's going to be Eric, who identifies your coin. We're up to 29 now. 29, Taco John. Found one possible double eyelid, and that's it so far. We will keep looking. For those who might have just tuned in and see that there is a 1959 Philadelphia title to this reveal, and we're looking at 1959 Denver coins, there is a reason for that. The 1959 Philadelphia roll that I chose to go through for this particular show was kind of shoddy. I'm kind of getting tired of shoddy coins, so I wanted to swap out that 59 roll. Couldn't find a roll to swap it with. So instead I went to the next issue, 1959D, and now we have a chance of finding repunch mint marks, which is different than with the 1959 Philadelphia roll, in which there are not going to be any mint marks. Thus, no repunch mint marks. Not really having a whole lot of luck with this roll, but it is in better shape at least. You might as well, or might once in a while, I'm sorry, not might as well, but you might once in a while see my finger, or the shadow of my finger on the coin. That is a mere attempt to shadow out blinded areas so that I can see better and have a better chance of being able to identify whether or not you have a variety in an area that I'm searching and looking for or not. So it helps create shadow that allows me to see doubling or the lack of. Here's number 34 for Parvis. On now to coin number 35. Nothing there. Number 36 back to Carl. Nothing there either. Now number 37, Eric. $38, penny hoarder. See what we can do with penny hoarder here. Nothing at all. Number 39, Donnie Wayne. Number 40 for Jeff Dunn. That's an RPM right there. Nice split lower serif. You can actually see the cut in the lower serif down there. And I'm going to keep looking around to see if there's anything else on this one. And there's nothing, so we will keep this out as an RPM for Jeff Dunn. And on to coin number 41. Mr. Hampton. Looks like a regular coin here. Now number 42. I'll tell you what, my back is starting to feel sitting up in this chair like this. I've had a little bit of an issue with my back today. I think I'm going to take a little break between shows. I'm going to reschedule the other two shows for a little bit later on today, but I will do them today. Get myself a little bit of a break. What is it going to be, about 2 o'clock when I finish this? Let me do the other two shows this evening because they're probably going to draw more people to watch. There's an RPM. That's a nice one. Little stick coming down out of the bottom of the D mint mark. That's a nice one there, actually. Pretty RPM. This one is for Deanne. Deanne will pick up a nice RPM here. And coin number 44 now. Coin number 44 from Mike Birchman. Yeah, I'll get these other two shows done this evening when we're likely to have a full house of people watching. These are going to be very important rolls because 1942D is one you just don't see commonly, and the 1947S, we've got a bunch of people who might want to tune back in to see the replacement of the roll that was supposed to be for them earlier, but turned into a yuck roll. Because it was laminated, the entire roll had been lacquered with like clear coat paint. It was hideous. Coin number 46 now, Yo Man. Nothing nowhere there. On to number 47. Eric. Let's see what we got for Eric. Well, let's see. No, that's just a flake of something sitting on the coin. That is not an East RPM. Looked like it at first, but no dice. Okay. That one's for Eric. 3 coins left. It's number 48. Carl? Nice lower serif RPM. Nice RPM for Carl. RPM repunched mint mark. A die variety that is somewhat more common in certain years than in others. 1959 D happens to be one of those years where they are a little bit more common. A little bit easier to find, a whole bunch of different dies known. Die varieties, or die variety hunting, is the act of hunting through coins looking for repeatable issues, mostly with doubling, that happened on coins as a result of doubling on the design in the die used to make the coins. I don't think that's going to turn out to be, it might be a doubled eyelid, but I don't know. So we're going to throw that on the questionable pile for Eric to take a closer look at. We ended up with 6 coins in this roll. 6 coins in this roll that were die varieties that we know of. Here's number 50, number 48, number 43, number 40, number 15, and number 11. And then the remainder of the roll turned out to be what appears to be pretty normal, although we will be looking at every coin in the roll again just to be sure that we didn't miss anything. So I assure you, if we have anything in there, there's going to be 2 sets of eyes looking for it. I think that's going to be it for right now. I think I'll come back a little bit later in the evening for the remainder of the rolls. We have a total of 2 rolls left. We have a 1942 D roll, and then we have that makeup roll, 1947 S. We'll hit those a little bit later on in the evening. For right now, I think I'm going to kind of sit and take it easy for a little while and get my back into alignment. Anyhow, I appreciate it, folks. You guys are wonderful, and I will be back a little later this afternoon. Let's say I'm probably going to reschedule the other 2 shows for 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. or 8 and 9 p.m., depending on what my wife says my schedule is for the evening. You know how that goes. All right, folks, I appreciate it. You guys have a great afternoon, and I will see you later this evening.